Well, Diksha, we are still talking about President Trump, and this time he has done something that has annoyed very many people. United States President Donald Trump signed an executive order on the 27th of August renaming Lake Ontario as Lake America, marking his latest escalation in an intensifying trade war with Canada.
Right, Eric, and Trump in fact declared the change officially and with immediate effect during an Oval Office signing ceremony where he was flanked by maps depicting the renamed Great Lake. First, it was the video of the president showing the threat, which he backed up with a map featuring the new name. And it mirrors his move to rename the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America last year. The president was to later make the good on his threat by signing the decree at the Oval Office.
And they can continue to make their cars for Canada, but we don't want them to make cars for the United States of America. It's very simple. Likewise, many other products. So the lake change, Lake of America, was something I've been thinking about for a long time, actually. As you know, we took something called the Gulf of Mexico, we changed it, and now it's very routinely the Gulf of America. So if you think about it, we have a Gulf and we have a lake. Now all we need is an ocean. So maybe we'll have to change the name of the Atlantic and or the Pacific. Maybe we'll change them both.
Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and Ontario Premier Doug Ford swiftly rejected the rename. Carney noted the name has 400-year-old indigenous roots. Legal experts confirmed the United States has no authority to alter what Canada or international bodies call the shared body of water.
Typical Trump. He's being a bully. He golds. He antagonizes. He tries to get under your skin so you have a visceral, emotional reaction that you want to strangle him.
I don't think it means a whole lot, to be honest. I think he's just trying to egg us on, make us angry, get us make us dislike him more.
Well, the two men are at odds as the trade war between the two nations ramps up. Canada announced the imminent imposition of tariffs on around 700 U.S. products. While the new levies retaliation for fresh U.S. tariffs, they are scheduled to kick in on September 8th.
Following a breakdown in cross-border trade talks, the U.S. imposed a 50% tariff on roughly $20 billion worth of Canadian imports. Trump also threatened a devastating 50% levy on Canadian automotive and steel imports.
This is an unprecedented challenge imposed on Canada, but Canada will meet the moment. Canadians will meet the moment. We will meet the moment together. And as the Prime Minister has said, we will support our workers, our businesses, and our industry with whatever it takes, for as long as it takes. That is the essence of the message this morning, and that's why we are united with you. And that's why we want to present what we have to offer to Canadians.
And then there's the feud with the Kennedy Center. Trump's battle to make the center his own returned to court on Thursday, where a judge heard arguments about whether Trump's name may be inscribed on the building. The judge expressed skepticism about the Kennedy Center's intention to return President Donald Trump's name to the historic performing arts venue by early next month, challenging the board's insistence on moving forward even in the face of a court ruling that blocked and reversed a previous effort.
By late Thursday, the administration informed the court that it wouldn't proceed with changes at the Kennedy Center before October 8th to allow the judge more time to consider the case. Trump has spent much of his second term reshaping Washington to his liking, demolishing the east wing of the White House to make way for a ballroom, planning a triumphal arch or arc near Arlington National Cemetery, and a renovated golf course along the Potomac River. The Kennedy Center is a rare stumbling block in that effort after Cooper, who's the judge, ruled in May that Trump's name was added to the building illegally, ordering it to be removed.
Trump and his allies, however, have refused to let that be the final word. The Kennedy Center, the lawyers argued, will deteriorate further into an unsafe, decrepit structure that will be required to be taken down. With a determination to follow on what to build on the site, such as a large outdoor amphitheater overlooking the Potomac River that has been proposed by some for many years now.